I'm down the Suffolk Stour this morning. It's a section I've not fished before, so I don't know what I'm going to be getting out of here. I don't know what to expect. There's a nice bit of flow where I am. It's got like a boulder weir and the water's really pushing through, and there's a beautiful little crease I want to try. I know my target fish that I want to get today, so I'll meet you on the bank. See you in a minute. My target today is to try and get a few roach out on the hemp. Apparently there's a lot of chub in here, I've heard from other anglers down here, so I'm going to try and avoid them today if I can and just concentrate on the roach. There's a flow of water that comes through the rocks to my left there, and right on the far side there you've got this lovely little crease, and I'm just going to trot the float down that crease, keep feeding the hemp in and see what happens. Right, I'll get set up and see how we go. It's getting to that time of year where you've got a lot of weed coming down the river now, where it's dying off. It's catching the float and hook. I've deepened up a little bit just to get down a bit further, and I think we're getting a lot of small roach and none of the bigger ones. Yep, I think we've got our good old friend the pike in there. It just came straight at that. That's not good news. Not good news at all, that. See if maybe we can get it in and relocate it somewhere. I haven't got my pike gear with me. There's another pristine roach. You can see the hemp straight in the top lip there. That beautiful roach though. Let's get him in the net. Another fish on, another roach. Oh, just have to net that one. Absolutely perfect condition. Absolutely perfect. There's a fish. Not bad little roach on the hemp. Top lip. No roach at all, that. Not sure if you can see this on camera, but when I'm casting, I'm just holding the bottom shot, the side casting, and making sure the line stays behind the float. You don't want the line going upstream of your float, otherwise you're going to get in all sorts of trouble when you strike. You need to be in contact with that float all the time, ready for the strike. Otherwise you're just going to miss your bites. When it's trotting down, just rather than watching your float all the time, also watch your line. Keep it up from the main flow. Otherwise it's just going to drag it downstream of your float all the time. Very important, that. Great fun stick float fishing. It's a really good way of putting it through the river. But it's not always the case. I mean, it all depends on the conditions to what floats you use. I mean, I use Avon floats a lot of the time as well. But this just goes through perfectly on the stick. So the rig I'm using here, I've just got number 10s, 3 number 10s. First one probably about 6 inches from the hook. Then I have number 8s going all the way up, 1.5 inches apart. And then nearer the top they're doubled up, because obviously this float takes, I think it's 9 number 6 or 11 number 6. So yeah, I just need that extra bit just for the weight to keep the float steady and keep it cocked right in the water. Yeah, and that's my hemp rig. Quite simple, nothing complicated. All the shots down nearer the bottom, so as when you're casting, it's falling in the water, sort of just nicely. Perfect. Feels like another roach, bumping its head like they do. But the way that's going for that cover, that could be a chub. Yep, that's a chub. Oh, hang on, no, that's a roach. Thought that was a chub for a minute. Not a bad sized roach. About 10-11 ounces, maybe. Nice looking roach. Not a mark on him. Let's get him back in the net. Another fish. Another roach. Another fish on. Feels like a roach again. Yeah. No monster. Always welcome. I just put the bread through and straight away I'm into better stamp fish than what I was getting. Perfect roach though. And there's another fish on. The bread's definitely working better than the hemp today. It's a bit heavier, this could be a chub. Yep, the way it's going for that cover. Yep. That's the first chub of the day. Probably a pound or so, maybe. Not the target fish, but always welcome. Well, a little gudgeon. Always shows a sign of a good river. There's a few roach in there. Most of them were on hemp. Yeah. Right, let's get them back in the water. Well, no monster roach today, but good day's fishing. It's only a few hours here. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.